Hello, you are welcome to today's session. So today we have this question on the board to solve. We are still on our circle theorem, all right, and we are wrapping up. And so if you want to understand the whole circle theorem, I will encourage you to go back and look for our videos right from the beginning till where we've gotten to, and it will help you because I've actually treated the whole theorems. So we are looking at questions around it now. Now, with this very particular question, the question is saying that you find what angle PQR. PQR, that is the whole of this side, all right? And the question is also saying that we should also find angle QRS. QRS. So that is the whole of this side. Okay. Now, how do we go about with it? Now, one of the theories that you can work with it is that assuming that this is a chord, all right? Now, if this is the chord, the theorem says that when you have a chord here and it subtends at the circumference of a circle, all right, then that same chord also subtends at a different point on the same circle, the circumference. The angles that it creates at the circumference, they are the same. So that is same chord subtending at different points on the circumference of the circle. The angles are the same, meaning that the angle at this side will be equal to the angle at this side. So what am I trying to say? Angle R Q P is equal to 48. Now, if there is the chord subtends here, that means that this angle will be equal to what you have over here. That is, it will be equal to, let me write it as angle Q S R. They will all be the same. So maybe let me write it this way. All right. So maybe you can represent this side by x. Therefore, x is equal to 48. I'm building a point. Now, let's look at something over here. When you also turn this, when you look at the diagram from this perspective, let's say that this is a chord. It subtends over here. It forms an angle at this side. All right. That same chord also subtends at the circumference over here, and it forms an angle at this side. What do you have? 35. If that is the case, that means that with the same preamble like this one, this side will also be 35. All right. So that means that angle that is PSQ is equal to angle PRQ. And if that is the case, it will be 35. Okay, so let's say that probably this side is y. Now, if that becomes the case, let's look at this one. Angle QRS is looking at the whole of this. So angle QRS, which is the second part, QRS will become y plus the 31. But remember, you said y is being representing this one, but we've had it to be 35. So 35 plus 31, and when you put them together, that will give you what? 66. That is for this side. Okay, now let's look at how do we find PQR. This is where PQR consists of this angle and this angle. Now let's look at it carefully. You also look at it again. So you see that, let's say that if this one is also the chord, I hope you are following. When this one is the chord, it subtends here, forming an angle which is 31. That same chord also subtends here at the circumference, meaning that this side is also 31. I don't know whether you are following what I'm trying to teach, okay? It's a little bit confusing, but kindly pay attention. So that means that, so let's look at the first one. Angle SRP will be equal to, that is angle PQX, which is equal to 31. Okay, but the whole question is saying that we should find PQR. So we need to find the angle at this side so that we put all of them together. So how do we go about with it? Now let's look at it carefully. You can pull this triangle out. Please watch it carefully. When you pull this triangle out, we've worked this side to what? 48. And the whole of this side, we just said it is what? 66. So we need the angle here, which you don't know, so you can say that probably M. Okay, so that will become M plus 66 plus 48 equal to 180. That's the sum of angles in the triangle. So we put this together, 66, 48, well, you have 2, and that will be 112. So you have M to be equal to 180 minus 112. M will be equal to, let me use the calculator. I want to be sure first. 66 plus 48. You see, yes, so it's 114 rather. Okay, minus 180, that will give us 66. All right, so that means that this side is 66. So what do you do? If you want this angle, as the question has asked us to solve, that will become 31 plus the 66. And when you put them together, what do you have? 97. So that will be 97 degrees. And this is how you go about solving this question.